Hey, Happy Heart, did you call me? Well, look at all of you out there. Today is Hero Day, so we're all wearing our heroes, and Ottawa Elementary School are my heroes because y'all are doing such a great job with your work. Now, we've got another thing coming that you're going to be doing, and it is called the 1 Minute Fitness Challenge. And you are going to see if you can do 1 minute stretches, 1 minute of push-ups, 1 minute of sit-ups, 1 minute of doing planks, 1 minute of balance, 1 minute of rope jumping, 1 minute of jogging in place, and then you're going to end up taking your heart rate to see how well your heart was working during this time. Happy Heart here wants you to get your heart in shape. And what we're going to do, I'm going to send it over to Coach D, and he is going to show you how to do all of these things that we want you to try to complete. So this is the 1 Minute Fitness Challenge. Do a great job and have a healthy heart. Bye.
Thank you, Ms. Humphreys, for that wonderful intro. I am Coach D, for those of you who maybe haven't met me yet. You're at home doing this virtual learning. So as Ms. Humphreys said, we are going to be doing a 1 minute fitness challenge, okay? And each of the items on this list, which you should be able to print off this handout and have it to mark on at home, will be available through either Canvas or Dojo, depending on where you're accessing this video from. And we're simply going to walk you through how to do the exercises, and then 1 minute will pop up on the screen, and you'll go ahead and do it. I can sometimes speak, and we'll march on through this. So I hope you enjoy it. I hope it's a good workout, and we're able to do a good job with that. As you can see, I'm in the gym, so hopefully my voice isn't too echoey for you, and you can hear me pretty good. I'm going to go ahead and walk you through some of the stretches you might want to do. You may also have some stretches you do for your sports teams, or maybe you go to the gym with mom and dad, or grandma and grandpa, whoever takes care of you and you live with, and they've taught you some things. So, feel free, if I don't do a stretch that you enjoy doing, you can add that. We're going to hold each stretch for about 10 seconds, okay? Now, for the sake of time, and so you're not watching forever, I'm going to hold them for just a few seconds, but show you how to do that, okay? So I'm going to back up just a little bit. If you would like to stretch your hamstrings, okay, so you can start with your feet kind of comfortably apart, and you're simply going to lower down, keeping your legs straight, and you're going to try to touch your toes. If you can't get to your toes, you want to make sure that you don't bend your knees to get there. Once you do that, you won't feel the stretch anymore, okay? So we're just going to hang there for about 10 seconds, and then you'll slowly come back up, all right? And that would be our hamstrings, which is this big muscle right here in the back of our leg. Now, we also do this here at OES, where we have our feet straight. I'm going to turn sideways, and you can step a foot forward, and you're going to lean into that. But the big thing is your toes are straight, and you're going to keep that back heel on the ground. You should feel that pulling in the back of your leg. So you can hold that for 10 seconds, and then you can simply switch and hold that one, okay? So that's another good stretch that you can do. Make sure you're doing it on both sides. We can also stretch our quadriceps. Now, this one requires a little bit of balance, okay? I'm going to turn sideways again, but you're simply going to bring a foot up, pull it into your bottom, knees pointed down, standing up nice, big, straight and tall, and we can hold that for 10 seconds on this leg, and then we would switch it and hold it here, all right? Some people say if you hold your ear, it helps you balance more, but it's really if you tighten these tummy muscles, all right, and you have that core strength going on, it's going to help you balance a lot better as well, okay? There are a variety of other stretches that you can do, but those are a few to get you started. And so now we're going to have a minute pop up on the clock, and when it starts, go ahead and start stretching, and make sure you hold it for 10 seconds on both sides. If you're doing alternating stretches for legs, maybe you're stretching that arm, pulling it across, which might be helpful to stretch out, or back here and stretch it for when we do our 1 minute of push-ups, and we'll get to that later, okay? So 1 minute on the clock, go ahead and get to stretching. We'll see you in a minute. All right, welcome back. We will be moving on to the next section on our 1 minute challenge, which is push-ups. Okay, so push-ups. Now, for those of you who maybe don't know how to do a push-up, that's all right. I'm going to show you. Okay, it's very much like what it says, as far as you are going to be pushing the floor away from you here in just a minute. You want to try to keep your body, all right, from your head. All right, sorry, I almost said hand because I'm looking at my hand, but your head all the way down to your toes. You want to try to keep it as straight like a board as possible, kind of at that angle, because our hands are going to be up and out, okay? Then we're going to lower ourselves down, bending only at our elbows. We're not bending at our waist, we're not flopping down, and we are going to push the floor away from us. Now, there'll be a minute on the clock, and you will do as many push-ups as you can in 1 minute, okay? If you got to take a break during that minute, that's fine, but don't pause it, okay? Because we want you to see how many you can do. And if we bring this back a little bit later in the year and you continue to work on this, you may see a nice improvement of how many you can do. So once again, I'm going to show you how to do a push-up. I'm going to try to back up so you can see me here, okay? You are going to go to the floor and hold yourself up nice and flat, the best that you can. You don't want to have your bottom too high in the air or be like a seal here, okay? Nice and flat. And we're going to simply bend at our elbows and push ourselves back up. Try not to let your body touch the floor and back up. Now, if you find that you're only able to do a couple here, okay, or you're just not quite at the level where you can lower yourself down and push yourself up very well, you can modify it a little bit, and let me show you what that looks like. You would get in the same position, but then you can simply kind of drop your knees. This takes a little bit of the weight off, but you're still having that right form, okay, to lower yourself down and push yourself up. Now, you should find that makes it significantly easier, okay? So you can start out there. The more you do, the stronger you'll get, and then eventually you'll be able to get that body nice and flat to lower yourself down, all right? So we're on to 1 minute of push-ups. How many can you do? Here comes our minute. All right, welcome back. Hopefully you were able to bust out quite a few push-ups. We're going to move on to the next level, which is level 3 of our 1 minute challenge, which are the sit-ups. Yes, that's right. The sit-ups, we're going to be working on that core strength, your abdominal muscles, okay? I would say getting you ready for the beach, but we're heading into fall. The weather's going to be beautiful coming up at 75 degrees. So, we're still going to strengthen that core. It's going to help your balance, and hopefully you're able to bust out quite a few sit-ups. Now, when you are sitting up, once again, just like the push-ups, right, you're pushing yourself away from the floor. The sit-up is pretty much what it sounds like, and that's simply we're going to be laying on our back and sitting all the way up. Now, we're going to use our tummy muscles to get us up off the ground. We're not pushing up with our elbows. I'll show you what that looks like in just a second. And we're not grabbing our legs and pulling ourselves up. We are using those tummy muscles, all right? Sometimes I tell some of the younger students that we're going to grab that imaginary rope and we're going to pull ourselves up. So I'll show you what that looks like, and hopefully you're able to bust out quite a few sit-ups. So let me turn sideways here, and hopefully you can see me. We're going to get down on the floor here, and you're going to bend your knees slightly, okay? And you're going to lay all the way down. Now, you can cross your hands here, and you are going to use your tummy muscles to sit all the way up. All right, so there is one sit-up. Now, what I said not to do would be this, okay? We're down, and we're pushing up with our elbows because we're turning sideways. Or we're laying down and we're grabbing our legs and pulling ourselves up with our pants or our legs, okay? You want to really engage those muscles and pull yourself up, okay? So this is where I tell our kindergartners, and we still have 5th graders that like to do this one, but where we're down and we grab that rope and you pull yourself up, right? So just think about that rope and you're really tugging yourself up, engaging those muscles, all right? And then you can just simply lower yourself down like a mountain climber and pull yourself up, all right, with a nice sit-up, okay? But most importantly, you're sitting all the way up, really engaging those muscles, and see how many you can do in a minute. Are you ready? Here comes your minute. All right, welcome back. Hopefully you did well in the sit-ups for 1 minute. You were able to get quite a few in. All right, each time I hope you get a little bit more if you continue to challenge yourself each week to see your improvements. All right, we're going to move on to the next level, which is the plank, okay? And we're going to see how long you can hold the plank. If you make it the minute, fantastic. If you have to stop after 30 seconds, that's okay too. You just do the best that you can. Now I'm going to show you what the plank looks like from a couple of different angles, okay? And then I'm also going to show you a modified version. Now it's very much like the push-up position. So my body is flat, and I'm going to be holding my hands right underneath my shoulders. So if you look at me here, now I'm going to be on the ground in a minute, but just so you can see like a different angle, those hands will be right underneath my shoulders, and when the minute starts, I'm going to see if I can hold myself. Now, my body once again is flat, or as flat as can be, you know, kind of on that angle from the head to the toes, okay? And I'm simply holding myself there. I'm engaging my core muscles, my legs, and using them all to hold my body up. So once again, it would look like this, and I am holding myself here. That minute will start, and you are engaging everything, holding yourself. Can you hold yourself for a minute? Your arms might start to shake a little bit, all right? You should feel it kind of in your core. Now, you can modify this as well. I'm going to turn sideways here and not do it on the ground just yet, but instead of being here, you can lower down to your forearms where they're bent a little bit and you're holding yourself there. Do whichever one feels comfortable for you, but it would look like this. So I'm here, but then I'm going to lower down to my forearms where I have a little bit more support underneath my body, okay? So, hopefully that helps you a little bit there. Oop, let my camera focus, I blurred out a little bit. But hopefully you were able to see that, and you can support yourself on the forearms. Some people hold it like this. Either way will work, and see how long you can hold it for a minute. Don't let your body hit the ground. Don't flop down, but if you have to stop, okay, look at the clock, see how long you made it for, and just record that number, okay? So if at 20 seconds you have to stop, all right, I made it 20 seconds this time. Next time I do it, maybe I do 30, or I get to 40. I double that, and then if you can do 20 seconds more, you'd be at that minute, okay? So can you hold it for a minute? Clock starts now. right, welcome back once again. Hope you did well on the plank and you felt that all the way through your body if you were engaging all the muscles to keep yourself up, okay? We're going to move to the next challenge underneath the plank, which is the balance challenge. Yes, the balance challenge. Now, you may have already challenged yourself a little bit in the very first challenge, which was stretching. If you stretch that quadricep, you got to have balance for that as well. The balance challenge is simply what it says in the little description box, which we will be balancing on one leg. Now, we'll start a minute, and we'll see if you can balance on your right foot. We'll start with the right foot, okay? And then after that minute is up, we'll have another minute pop on the screen, and we'll see how long you can balance on the left foot. You may find that you balance better on the right side or the left side, okay? I am right-footed, but I actually balance better, I think, on my left foot, okay? So think through that too as you're doing it. Which leg do you balance the best on? Maybe you balance really well on both feet, and that's fantastic, all right? So it would simply look like this. I said when the minute starts, you're gonna balance on your right foot. So you would just simply pull a foot up. Let me turn sideways, and we just stand here, and we find that balance, okay? Maybe you have your hands out to help you balance, and see if you can hold it for a minute, all right? And, if you're bouncing around or, all right, tighten those tummy muscles, and you'll find that you can hold it a little bit more in control where it's not falling, okay? So you're gonna hold that for 1 minute. After that timer goes off, you will simply switch to balancing on the left foot. Once again, I think I'm a little bit better at balancing on my left foot than my right. If it's bobbling again, engage those core muscles again and hold yourself good and still and see if you can hold that one for a minute. Once again, if your foot comes down, that is perfectly okay. Just record how long you held it for, and we'll keep going, all right? So good luck balancing. Once again, you'll have a minute. After that minute, switch feet. Another minute will start, and then we'll be back with the next challenge. See ya. What's going on? Welcome back. We are moving on to our next challenge. Hopefully the balance challenge didn't get you and you were able to hold it for that whole minute. If not, that's all right. Keep practicing, keep working, okay? Now, the next one you will notice on your sheet is the jump rope challenge. That's right, I got my jump rope here. If you have a jump rope and you have the space to use the jump rope, so your living room might not be the best if you're doing this exercise there. I'm obviously inside the gym, got a nice high ceiling, so don't be busting the ceiling fan in the living room to do this challenge. But for jump roping, a minute will start on the clock. You can spin that rope, and that's right, you simply jump it and see if you can go for a whole minute. I love jump roping and the exercise that it provides. It gets our heart rate up, works our leg muscles, and it is a fantastic exercise. If you don't have a jump rope, I'd suggest getting one because it is great to get out in the driveway or on the sidewalks at home and do that exercising. However, if you don't have a jump rope, you're not able to get one, that's not a problem. All right, you don't have to have a jump rope, okay? You can still get those hands out and you can still do this challenge. So today, while I'm filming this video right now, it's a little rainy outside, so maybe you can't go outside to do the jump roping, although that would be kind of fun, jump roping in the rain. But you don't have to have one. You can simply pretend you're holding a rope, spin those arms, and bounce on those toes to jump rope. All right? So you can do that. Can you keep that up for a minute? It is the same exercising, if you will. You're just not having to time that rope. I love how you have to get your brain to time the rope, and I would love to see you have a rope in doing that. But if you don't have that capability right now, jump that imaginary rope and just get that bounce. And can you do it for a minute? All right? So, minute on the clock. Can you jump the whole time? We'll see you with the next challenge. What's going on? Welcome back. We have 2 more things to do on our fitness challenge. This is the last actual fitness part, and then we'll talk about getting our heart rate. So this one is jogging in place, all right? So if you know what a jog is, it's a nice easy run, if you will, all right? And when the minute comes up, you're simply going to pretend like you're running somewhere, all right? And you're going to jog in place. Get those knees up. If you want to challenge yourself more, really pick those knees up for your run. Maybe you go a little faster, all right? Almost like a sprint. You're pumping your arms, but can you do it for a minute? So it can be nice and easy, but we're moving. And if you really want to push yourself and get that heart rate up, you are running, pumping those arms. How fast can you go? Pretend something's chasing you, like there's a T-Rex behind you and it's coming after you, all right? So have fun with it, running for a minute, in place, you can do it. And then we'll be back to talk about how to take our heart rate, and you will have completed the 1 minute challenge, all right? 1 minute on the clock, good luck. All right, welcome back. If you just ran for a minute and made it the whole time, you're probably breathing hard, all right? That's okay. Maybe you got a little sweat going, that's awesome too, all right? But that heart rate's up. Now, I'm gonna walk you through how we check our heart rate. I'll put a minute up on the clock for this to help you out, all right? So you're not having to count for 60 seconds and it messes up your count here. But you can check your heart rate in 2 ways, all right? The first one, you take these 2 fingers, and you're gonna find a spot right underneath your thumb here, okay? And you're gonna feel that beat, okay? You're gonna feel that beat. And you might even hear a beat right now because Miss Humphreys is teaching a kindergarten class next to us. Got that music going. But you're gonna feel your heartbeat, that pulse, okay? Your pulse right here. And when the minute comes up, find it, and then count how many times it beats. Okay, so how many times do you feel it in that minute? Once you do that and the timer goes off, whatever that number is, that is your heart rate. Okay, now you may also take those two fingers, find up here. You don't want to be talking because it'll throw you off, but you'll also find that same pulse up here in your neck. All right, and that's that heart pumping that blood through your body. Okay, and you can count that for a minute as well. If you don't want to wait the whole minute, count. All right, and then when it gets to 30 seconds, do a little math and double that number, and once again you'll have your heart rate as well. Okay, so record that. At that point, you have completed the 1 Minute Fitness Challenge. Go ahead and take a picture of it, upload it, send it back to Miss Humphreys and me so we can see how well you did. And you know, if you'd like to keep doing this and checking it out, and maybe you don't need my explanations anymore and would like to try to do the 1 minute challenge all the way through with none of these breaks of me talking, and then take your heart rate, that would be a great idea too, just to see where it falls, because if you do it with very little stops in between, you're going to find that heart rate goes up a little bit more. Okay? Hopefully you've enjoyed this video and this activity, and you were able to complete the challenges, and we'll see you next time. Okay? Take care.